Yo, what's good, y'all, man? So I'm sure we all watched our fair share of cartoons growing up, right? Let me know what your favorite cartoon is down below in the comments. But around those cartoons are several conspiracy theories slash dark theories about them. One of the things I remember very fondly is Phineas and Ferb, and the theory is that it's a true story where Candace is schizophrenic, Phineas is restarted, and Ferb is mute, which is why he doesn't talk like it. And bro, that thing kind of bothered me for a while, not gonna lie. But for today, we got the darkest cartoon theories ever explained. So this video was made by Damp, and he is a new YouTuber, so make sure you go over to his channel and show him some love. I did check with him if it was okay for me to react to it, and he said go for it. So thank you very much for that. And if y'all are new to my channel, make sure you stick around to the end, leave a like if you liked it, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And yeah, bro, let's get started, man. I'm excited. Why isn't it playing?
Theories ever made. The most famous dark theory about SpongeBob suggests each main character represents one of the 7 deadly sins. Not those 7 deadly sins, these ones.
What?
And they are trapped in Bikini Bottom as a form of punishment. SpongeBob is lust for his excessive love and desire for everything. Patrick is sloth for his extreme laziness. Squidward is wrath for his constant anger. Mr. Krabs is greed for his obsession with money. Sandy is pride for her always boasting about Texas and her abilities. Plankton is envy for his jealousy of Mr. Krabs. And Gary is gluttony because he is always hungry or eating. The theory suggests Bikini Bottom is actually a kind of underwater purgatory.
Yo, why does that low-key make sense, bro? I'm not gonna lie. Bro.
These characters must overcome their sins to move on, which they never do. Pokemon.
Bro. That low-key made sense. What the hell? An underwater purgatory, bro? Yo. Alright, that's the first one for the video. I'm excited to see what they have next, bro. Not gonna lie.
These characters must overcome their sins to move on, which they never do. Pokemon. Ash Ketchum has been 10 years old for over 2 decades of Pokemon episodes.
I mean, his Pokemon's over now.
He explains this by suggesting Ash has actually been in a coma since the first episode when Pikachu shocked him. Everything after that, his adventures, battles, and friendships is just happening in Ash's mind.
Wait, what?
Unconscious in a hospital. The increasingly strange Pokemon in later seasons represent his brain creating more bizarre imagery as his coma deepens. Characters who appear identical in different places, like Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny, might be hospital staff checking on him. This theory suggests that Brock and Misty represent aspects of Ash's mind trying to keep him alive, while newer companions show his weakening grip on reality.
Bro, why did you have to mess up Pokemon for me, bro? Like, why, dog? Now, that Loki got me thinking, bro. Bro, that's a really good one. Whoever thought of that, bro. If you thought of this, damn, bro. Yo, I don't even know what to say. Bro.
Toy Story. Toy Story 3 seems like a movie about growing up, but for some viewers, this kid's movie reminds them fondly of the Holocaust. After being donated to Sunnyside Daycare, the toys discover this place is run by Lotso the Bear, and they're basically in a prison camp. The movie is filled with unsettling imagery, toys imprisoned in basket cages, constant surveillance, punishments in solitary confinement, and a strict hierarchy among the toys.
I mean, it's kind of a stretch.
The toys are on a conveyor belt leading to an incinerator, imagery that strongly resembles concentration camp crematoriums.
That is a huge stretch, not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, bro.
Suggests the writers deliberately included these references to teach children about one of history's darkest chapters through metaphor. Lotso represents a fascist dictator, while the toys escape.
Nah. That's a stretch. That's you reaching, bro. You reaching with that one. Not gonna lie. You reaching. The other two made sense. This one's kind of a reach.
Courage, the cowardly dog. The bizarre monsters and threats encourage the cowardly dog might not be real at all. One theory suggests we're simply seeing normal events through the eyes of an anxious dog who doesn't understand the human world. Regular visitors like mail carriers,
that's a good theory.
Neighbors
it's not a dark theory. It's an interesting theory.
He's protective of his elderly owners and confused by human interactions. The middle of nowhere setting might just be how a dog perceives a regular farmhouse. Their home is their whole world, and anything unfamiliar is scary. What makes this theory extra sad is that Courage was abandoned as a puppy. His extreme fear and determination to protect Muriel might come from trauma and attachment issues.
That makes sense.
Before creating the perfect little girls with sugar, spice, and everything nice. Professor Utonium must have had some failed attempts. One dark theory suggests that Townsville's many monsters are actually these earlier failed experiments.
I don't know too much about Powerpuff Girls, not gonna lie.
could be the professor's earlier, imperfect attempts at creating life. These deformed, unstable beings that are powerful but lack the girl's intelligence and stability. Unable to destroy his failed creations, the professor may have released them outside the city, where they periodically return seeking revenge. Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb.
Ever notice that Phineas and Dr. Doofenshmirtz have the same triangular-shaped head? This has led people to theorize Phineas might actually be Doofenshmirtz's biological son.
Bro, honestly, that's
the show establishes that Linda
yeah, they dated
Doofenshmirtz when she was a pop star called Lindana.
Plus, this isn't a big stretch because Phineas isn't like the father's son, right? Bro, what am I even saying? Like the dude that appears as their father in the show is like his stepfather, right? Ferb is his half brother.
Incredibly creative inventors,
or stepbrother.
They use their skills differently. Ed and Eddie. If you ever watched Ed and Eddie as a kid, you would know that there are hardly any adults around, or we never hear them speak.
I haven't watched Ed and Eddie, man.
The neighborhood feels stuck in time. The most chilling theory suggests that all the kids are actually dead. According to this theory, each child died in different decades of the 1900s, and they're all trapped in purgatory. There are even theories on how they died. Ralph died in the early 1900s after being trampled by farm animals. Eddie drowned while escaping angry kids after a failed scam during the Great Depression. And Kevin died in 1999.
Now these are some crazy dark theories. I don't even know the show, and I'm kind of ticked off.
Ed from the 70s with his monster movie obsession. Ed from the 80s with his love for science, and Eddie from the 30s with his fixation on money and scams. Their constant schemes to fit in might actually be attempts to process their deaths and move on to the afterlife. Peter Pan.
Peter
The
Pan?
boy who never grows up might have a much darker role than we thought. This theory suggests Peter Pan isn't just a magical child, but actually the angel of death, who takes children to the afterlife, which appears to them as Neverland. In the original story, Peter is described in ways that hint at this. He can fly, appears primarily at night, and is associated with stars which traditionally symbolize the souls of the dead. And in the book it says Peter sometimes thins out the Lost Boys when there are too many, possibly because of them growing too old. When Peter takes Wendy and her brothers to Neverland, they might actually be having a near-death experience from leaving their window open in winter. Their return home represents their recovery.
Bro, that was something, man.
Thins out the Lost Boys.
That was something, bro. What do y'all think? Which ones do y'all think is the most plausible? And which ones did you just not agree with at all, bro? Let me know. If y'all want to see more videos like this, do check out Damp's channel. I'll see you guys next time.